What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist and I use my platform to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about how a narcissist hates how you make them feel about themselves. A lot of people ask me, they say, hey man, do narcissists actually hate? I feel like my narcissistic person hates me. Sometimes they really truly hate you, but it gets to the point where it's more along the lines of them hating, like us. I can say us too, because I use us and they interchangeably. But narcissistic people hate how you make us feel about ourselves. Like I always used to remember, just not just with my current, not just with my wife right now, but like previous partners and just being around them and how good they were and just like how, the personalities that they had and how easy it was for them to make friends and get people to like them and things like that. And that used to make me feel inadequate. So internally, I started to treat them that way. Because they made me feel inadequate by not doing anything. They didn't do anything but live their lives the way that they wanted to live their lives. They absolutely did nothing else. They didn't chastise me. They didn't put me down. Most people try to pick you up. Most people you're in a relationship with try to pick you up. They try to pick me up, trying to get me to see myself for what I was and things like that. But in the process of doing that, made me feel inadequate. I mean, my oldest son's mom, she was going to college and stuff like that, and I didn't have time for school. I had to work to help pay bills at home and stuff like that. So she made me feel inadequate in that way. My wife right now, I say current wife, y'all, because I haven't been married before. I'm still with the same person, but is my current wife. Like, because I've had other previous partners. It's not the only person I've been with. So I just say current wife to just to settle everything. Like my wife, she's just a good, bubbly person. You know what I mean? And that right there makes me feel, made me feel inadequate for a very, very long time, because she can just make friends. Like she was a bartender for a while, bar manager, account executive. She's a strong woman. I like strong, independent women. She can handle her own, But I hated that because I couldn't do that naturally. I had to put on a mask or take a couple of drinks and things like that. So you treat people the way they make narcissistic people treat people the way that person makes the narcissist feel about themselves. Got you right there. Let me repeat that real quick. Narcissistic people, I know it's a mouthful. Narcissistic people treat other people, the people closest to them, how that person makes the narcissist feel about the narcissist self. Like, I'm going to treat my wife the way she makes me feel about myself. Your narcissistic person is going to treat you the way you make them feel about themselves. And I know you can try as hard as you want to. That's why I try to tell people, you can try as hard as you want to build that person up, to show that person that hey, you are actually a good person. Hey, you have potential to be great. You have this, you have that. But it doesn't matter if they don't see it for themselves. Like, you can try to, you can give people the blueprint to success, but they can't read a map. They can't read the outline or the design type. You can give people the blueprint. So narcissistic people, they hate that. They'll treat you terribly because they feel like you're subconsciously, we feel like you're devaluing us. So we devalue you. We just do. Like, really, like when I look back and I'm just like, dang, that's crazy how I thought about this stuff like that. People who make me feel inadequate, I try to make them feel inadequate. But I'm more covert, y'all. I know people are just like, Lee, you are not a covert narcissist. How the hell are you gonna be a covert narcissist when you got millions of people who follow you online? How is that covert? You tell everybody you're a narcissist. That is the opposite of covert. That's overt. But Sam Vaknin, the world-renowned self-aware narcissist and whatnot, said you can switch between covert and overt depending on your situation and things like that. In public, in real life, for who I am, this is not in front of the camera, I'm more of a covert narcissistic person because you would never be able to tell because I'm ambitious. I give to people. I help people out. You would never tell that. But online, you see me talking about myself and how I really feel. You're like, whoa, yikes, So yeah, but the covert narcissistic people, we do it. They do it subtly. It's subtle stuff. It's subtle things. Covert narcissists they don't have to yell at you. They don't have to yell at you. They'll gaslight you in a calm voice. They'll chastise you in a calm voice. Passive aggressiveness lives. You know what I mean? And it really depends on how that person was raised and things like that, and the situation that they grew up in. Me, like I said, I'm a yeller. I yell. You know, that's my thing. I was talking to I do one-on-ones with another narcissistic person. He said he doesn't yell. He said he doesn't feel the need to yell. You know, he can be super passive aggressive and things like that. Ben Taylor at Raw Motivations, I think he said he doesn't yell a lot. He's just more covert, and you know, I think he said he has yelled before. Though I'm not 100% certain. Follow Raw Motivations. I'll get the I'll make sure if this is misinformation, I'll correct it because I actually I like Ben. Ben's cool. And Ben, if y'all don't know who Raw Motivations is, he's another self-aware narcissist bringing his perspective. You know. Healing on his healing journey. But yeah, he also has an app called the NARC app, the NARC app. You can download it in your app store and check that out too. But yeah, narcissistic people. I just look. And also just like in real life, the people closest to the narcissist get treated the worst. So I know what people are probably going to think. Yeah, I know y'all hear me say that a lot. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to think. I'm very analytical, so when I say my words, I try to come from a different perspective. So you're like, well, Lee, but most people make a narcissist feel. But Lee, most people make a narcissist feel inadequate. Why don't they hate everybody else? They do. They hate how everybody else makes them feel about themselves too, but they can't take it out on everybody else because that will ruin our reputation. So guess who? The person at home, the people closest to a narcissist get treated the worst because you're close to them. You know, you're close to them. Emotionally, you're close to them. Like, it's easier to, like, you become, the people close to the narcissist become their emotional punching bag. So they take it out on you. And you know, a punching bag hangs from the ceiling or whatever, hangs from the roof or whatever you got a punching bag at, it's on the stand. Mine is outside, it's on the stand. Punching bag, you have to be close to hit it. So that punching bag is an emotional close. You are the narcissistic person's emotional punching bag because you're close to them. You're within close emotional range to them. Everybody else is probably kept at a distance. They can't hit them like that. They can't hit them emotionally and things like that, but they can hit you. So not only do people closest to the narcissist get the way that you get it all. You get it all. You become the emotional punching bag, which is why when you're with a narcissist, you get so frustrated because you get treated differently to everybody else. You see this narcissistic person out there in public treated everybody like a king or queen, you know what I mean, like royalty. But then you come home, you get treated like the court jester, you know, or you know, like a servant and things like that. Because they're going to treat you like a servant because internally they feel like you are a servant, you know. And this is not a slight at y'all. I know people be thinking I'm talking junk about people. I'm like, I'm not talking junk about y'all. I'm literally just trying to bring awareness to the situation and things like that. And plus, my whole house sick. Y'all woke up with a headache this morning. I'm just like, And yeah. And y'all, guess what? Guess what's coming soon, y'all? We're planning a meetup in Texas. I think Dallas or Houston, Texas, in May, the end of May 21st. So y'all get ready to check that out. We're going to be doing a meetup. In-person meetup, people from Narcissists, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and things like that. It's gonna be big. Just stay tuned for the details. It's gonna be so fun. I love meeting people. But back to the thing. But yeah, you're going to get it the worst from narcissistic people because the closest you are. You know, like I said, I don't hate my wife. I've never hated my wife. I really have not. You know, sometimes you're dealing with a narcissist, they probably look at you like they hate you sometimes. You probably catch them out the corner of your eye looking at you, staring at you in disdain because they hate how you make them feel about yourself because you're not, typically, if you're with a narcissist and if you're not on the spectrum either, you're just a naturally good person. You don't go out here try to hurt people. You can naturally, you know, integrate yourself into society and friendship groups and things like that in workplaces and be you. You can naturally do that and you can do it without faking the funk. I can't do that. I have to fake the funk. I have to take a shot or two to be around a big group of people so I can feel comfortable, so I can let the guard down so I can actually feel like a human being in public and things like that. That's how I feel right there. And that's how a lot of narcissistic people feel. So they hate how you make them feel about themselves. But like I know Lee, but no, Lee, let me finish. Let me correct you right there, brother. My narcissist, that bastard hated me. I ain't gonna lie. They hated me. They hated me. They probably still hate me to this day. How I made them feel about themselves. Yeah, some of them do hate you. I'm just keep it hot with you. Some of them do hate the ground that you walk on. But there's nothing you can do about it. There's really nothing you can do about it unless you want to just desecrate yourself and destroy yourself and destroy how your public image and how you feel and how people view you. Do you want to destroy yourself to be with somebody? Do you want to break yourself down? You want to bring yourself down levels and levels of levels, emotionally, physically, mentally, success, career-wise, to make somebody else happy? And then who can't be fully, truly happy? Is that what you want to do? Because that's what you're going to end up having to do. You have to drop yourself down so many levels. Financially, mentally, emotionally, physically. You have to drop yourself down so many levels to acquiesce to somebody else's existence. They still won't appreciate it. Yikes. Yikes on the bike. But anyways, y'all, have to hop on here on the Zoom call. Y'all see my Zoom? Y'all see Zoom? Right there. I do one-on-ones over Zoom, y'all. So I'm gonna hop on this thing right now. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. Because guess what, y'all? As much as y'all learn from me, I promise you I learn even more from you. Thank you. Mental Illness is out. Peace.